dispatch hadn't told her the identity of the person, only that it was a man, and she needed to get down there fast. But Sugar Springs wasn't a big place. There wasn't any doubt Arlo would know the person who lay there on the sidewalk. Maybe she had even sold him a book. The thought was sad and sobering. Yet she couldn't continue to stand there. She had to be professional, move forward, find out why this person felt the need to fling himself from the roof, see what needed to be done next. Keeping focus would help her handle the ordeal. At least she hoped it would. Arlo tugged on the tails of her button-down shirt and smoothed her palms over the sides of her gray dress slacks. She pushed her waist-length chocolate-brown hair over her shoulders and straightened her back. One deep breath in, and she started forward. "Excuse me." She nudged past Dan the grocer, Phil, who owned the video store next door, Joyce, the florist from across the street, and Dolores, the gum-smacking clerk from the jewelry store down the way. Arlo didn't bother with the niceties. She simply pushed through. She had to talk to Mads, the chief of police. She had to have him clear up this mess, disaster, crime scene. "Mads." She greeted him on a rush of air, then stopped when she got a good look at the body. "Is that?" He nodded, his normally stern face grim. "But—" The one word was all she could manage. She looked back to the twisted form. Wally Harrison lay dead at their feet. Arlo's ears began to hum as Chief Matthew Mads Keller shooed everyone away from the body. "Go on now," he said. Mads, so nicknamed from his high school football days, crossed his arms so everyone would know he wasn't budging. Most turned and trudged back to their stores, spinning around once or twice, as if to make sure the scene was still the same, that their eyes weren't playing tricks on them. "Do you think he jumped?" Jason Rogers, Mads's first officer, nudged the body with the toe of one boot. "Would you stop violating my crime scene?" Mads growled. Jason held up both hands and backed away. "Sorry, big city cop." Mads rolled his eyes. Arlo rocked in place, staring in horror. Wally Harrison was dead. In front of her store. And dead. "Well?" Jason asked. Mads squatted down next to the body and used the end of his pen to lift the baseball cap from in front of Wally's face. "The Yankees," Jason scoffed. "Of course he liked the Yankees. He left here and got all big time on us. Too good to root for the Braves." Mads let the cap fall back into place. Arlo knew he wanted to say something to Jason, but he was too controlled for that. One day, though, one day he was going to blow. She hoped she was around to see it. People continued to walk past, pretending to be shopping as usual, but slowing down to take in as much of the scene as they could. The crime scene, in front of her store. She had to get a hold of herself. "Did he," she finally asked, "kill himself?" It was a stupid question. Why would a man like Wally Harrison kill himself? He had a successful life. He was raking in the dough from his book. He was handsome. Once upon a time, he had been everything in their small town. He wasn't the geek who made it big. He was the golden boy, the one that got away, the one who would put Sugar Springs on the map if he ever admitted to being born there. Well, Mads could have had that kind of life, too, if he hadn't blown out his knee in the first game of the AFC playoffs, his third season in the NFL. After that, he became a cop in Memphis and eventually made his way back home to Sugar Springs. "Looks that way," Mads said on a breath of a sigh. "Arlo!" She turned at the sound of her name. Chloe Carter stood in the doorway of the store they shared. Her face was a contorted mask of disbelief and horror, with a little disgust thrown in for variety. After all, there was a